Hi everybody, Dr. Nick Thomas here with the School of Hospitality Leadership at DePaul University. I'm so happy today to be joined by Izzy Shainlin from Let Us Entertain You Restaurants. Let Us Entertain You has been a great supporter of ours here in the School of Hospitality Leadership at DePaul, and I hope today that we can share a couple key points about what makes the company so wonderful. So first, Izzy, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do with Let Us Entertain You?
Yeah, so my name is Izzy, and I'm Lettuce's internship and recruiting coordinator. I work out of our corporate office in Chicago here, which I'm really excited about because that means I get to be around all of our restaurants too. So my day-to-day is a lot of recruiting support for the restaurants themselves. They have hiring needs, and really we're doing everything we can to get people in the restaurants and interviewing. And on the flip side of that, also helping with employment branding, making sure people know we're a great place to work as well as a great place to eat, and helping our in-house salaried recruiters look for management and culinary positions. Mm-hmm.
So Let Us Entertain You is based here in Chicago, but you have properties in Washington, D.C., the Twin Cities, California, Las Vegas. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the company and maybe where Let Us Entertain You is today?
So Let Us started in 1971. We've been around for 46 years now, and the first restaurant was R.J. Grunt's, which is in Lincoln Park. Have you been?
I have.
Yes.
It's delicious.
So it is really good. It was pretty iconic at the time because when Rich Melman and his partner at the time, Jerry Orzoff, who is now deceased, but still one of the founding people at Lettuce, he and Rich really wanted to create a space that was different in the city. So it was rock and roll music. The women that were servers there didn't wear tuxedos. They were wearing jeans and tank tops. It's actually where Chicago's first salad bar came from, so that's a kind of a unique thing that not many people know about. But with that restaurant, I guess it didn't get busy until 9 weeks in or so, and Rich at first was all about not wanting to put any time to waste. He was all about putting himself into the business. So that culture of really caring about the restaurants and caring about the guests is where it's come to today. Over 100 locations, and anything from fast casual burgers all the way up to Michelin-starred fine dining. So it's great that he started with just one restaurant and has built it up from there with partners along the way, and definitely we're seeing much growth in different markets as well, like in DC, Minneapolis, as well as in the West Coast. We have some in Vegas as well as in California. So with all of the challenges in hiring and recruiting, we're still excited that we're a culinary-driven company. Everything is made from scratch in our restaurants, and we're privately held, so we get to control everything we do and how we react to things out in the industry today.
That's great. How did you get involved in Let Us Entertain You Restaurants?
So, funny story, I didn't know I wanted a job when I was 16 years old, and one of my friends at school asked if I wanted to work at Big Bowl, which is a lettuce restaurant in Lincolnshire. And I was really excited at the opportunity, went in and interviewed, and then got a position as a hostess. So I worked as a hostess for about 3.5 years on and off throughout high school and college. Knew Lettuce had great training, and I really came back to that after college. After reevaluating at my first job out of school, what did I want to do? Reconnected with an old manager who's still with the company in a different role, different restaurant, but she got me connected with the recruiting department up at corporate here in Chicago, and I was lucky enough to get the position I'm in now. Started in recruiting as an assistant, and now I'm kind of leading the internship program and all the hiring that goes with that with the internship director, Shale Simic.
60 different brands, 100 plus locations all over the US. But what I really like about Let Us Entertain You is that you have such a variety, that you have kind of casual dining, you all the way up to fine dining. Could you talk a little bit about that, just some of the variation in the brand? Yeah,
so we have a place like M Burger here in Chicago, which is fast casual burgers. But then we also have Everest, which is run by an acclaimed French chef, Chef Joho, and that is a Michelin star restaurant. So everything in between then, or in those concepts, are very unique. We have almost every type of cuisine, and we have casual, upscale casual restaurants. We have restaurants that are delivery only right now, which is kind of cool and cutting edge here in the city of Chicago with so much competition. So we love that our people are able to choose not just what kind of restaurant they want to work at as far as upscale or casual, but they can also choose what kind of cuisine they work with day in and day out. The most exciting point of Lettuce as well is that we're all chef driven. Everything is made from scratch, in-house, so nothing is ever really outsourced in that way where we can say we did it all.
One of the things that I've always appreciated about it is the food has been wonderful, but it's the people. And you talk about the culture of caring is very important to your organization.
Yeah.
What does that mean, the culture of caring, for those that aren't familiar?
All of our Lettuce employees, everybody has to care about themselves, care about the guests, and care about their coworkers. And it comes down from the top. I think Kevin Brown and all the people in the executive leadership roles have done a great job of perpetuating the fact that it starts from the top. There's not that many partners or GMs in the restaurant at one time, but there are a lot of hourlies and a lot of people in those more entry level or people who have been with us for many, many years. So it does come back to caring about people and yourself and the guests, but then also we look for people who are really motivated to do a great job, people that are hospitable and really want to take care of the guests, going back to the caring attribute. And then last but not least, people that are really passionate about food. I think that that's a must-have when you want to work with a restaurant. Even if it's just a part-time job in college, if you're proud about what you put out and who you work with, I think that's a really, accomplishing feeling.
That's great. What are the things that you look for if I'm a student right now watching this and saying to myself, I'd really like to go work for Let Us Entertain You. What are some of the skills that you look for when they come up to you at a career fair or an engagement opportunity that we have in the school? What are you looking for, and what sort of things should be on the resume to really make sure that candidate sticks out?
Sure. So, of course, first impressions are huge. I look for people who are confident because one of the things that our management teams, when they look at hiring interns, hourlies, and when our recruiters look at management, we look for people who are confident. They know they want to be in this industry. They're here for the right reasons because they're hospitable, they're warm, they're friendly. They really, truly want to, engage with the guests and please the guests. But when it comes to hiring at a career fair, of course, I look for restaurant hourly experience. If you don't have restaurant experience, if you have relatable experience, it's big as well. I'm a big fan of anybody who has customer-facing positions in their past because you have to know the operations in the restaurant to really want to own one day or run one day. So we look for people who are hospitable but also on the right career path for what they truly want to be in.
With hospitality organizations, finding something just to get your foot in the door is so important. So that foot in the door job opportunity might be a host or a hostess.
Yep.
It might be possibly a front of the house position. There's lots of opportunities that exist, and it doesn't have to necessarily be in the fine dining. It can be in any one of the brands here in Chicago or elsewhere in the U.S.
Definitely. So I started as a hostess. I never knew my career would be in hospitality again one day, but it goes to show that when I was looking for a job after school, which was about 4 years ago now, which is crazy to think about the fact that I connected with a manager who I worked with over 10 years ago, and she got me, connected with the position I'm in now. So it really does come back full circle. All the experience you have in your life is relatable and good for you.
What do you love about it? Tell me something about Izzy, when you get up and you get really motivated to go to work. I mean, what is it that you love about working for Let Us Entertain You?
So I love the supporting factor. Corporate is kind of built to support the restaurants. It's always been that way. We've always been a tinier corporate office because a lot of our jobs are in the restaurants themselves, working divisionally with a few different restaurants. So I really enjoy the fact of going to corporate, but knowing that I'm helping the restaurants in some sort of way. It's exciting to be able to then go to the restaurants, maybe see some people that I've had as interns and hired on full-time as management. It's really exciting to see people grow in the restaurants that they get put in. So I enjoy the fact that we're kind of changing lives in a way and just giving people opportunities, or at least getting them in the opportunity and they can kind of figure it out themselves.
So if I'm watching this video and I'm really interested in seeing what opportunities exist, whether it's internships, full-time, part-time jobs, what do I do? Where do I go? Do I go to a website,
Yeah.
social media? What's the best vehicle for me to let you know that I want to work for Let Us Entertain You?
So the beauty is that we're pretty much everywhere on social media, LinkedIn, of course. Connecting with our recruiters and our managers online, I think, is always a great way to kind of show you're interested or might want to be interested in the future. But we have a great new website. It's lettucejobs.com, lettuce as in the food, like our company. And it's got all of our hourly and salaried opportunities online. And then we start opening up those internship opportunities for the summer in the fall. So we're really excited to kind of take the full year in recruiting the full internship program. But if you want anything as far as part-time, full-time, management, that's online. And the best thing is that we do a really good job of checking through as many applications, if not every single one, through those systems. So it's great that we're able to kind of touch everybody.
That's fantastic. This is a great opportunity for you to get your foot in the door in the hospitality industry. The food and beverage industry is quite large. Let Us Entertain You has a huge portion of that, particularly here in Chicago. If this is something that you might be interested in, we encourage you to go check out Let Us Entertain You's website, follow them on social media, or stop by the School of Hospitality Leadership to ask more questions about how you can get engaged and have the best career opportunity possible. Thanks so much for watching.